So winter is very much about keeping the flow going, the flow of life. And if you can imagine ice on a river, it's like being like that water underneath the ice. And the interesting part about this season is that it really speaks about fire as a necessity or a path forward, as it speaks about the nature of water flowing forward. So both those medicines, fire and water, are very important during this time. Fire, of course, is that heat we need, and the joy in our hearts. You know, in Chinese medicine, the heart is fire is the heart, and even though these two elements, fire and water, are right across from each other, and we often think of them canceling each other out, if we use them as medicines, one for the other, they can work really beautifully together without canceling each other out. Fire is, as an element, is also really about laughing and bringing that light into your life that laughter does. Water is such a powerful element because of its ability to give life, but also to make a path through anything, really. It has such an ability to break down obstacles because of its consistency, and it always comes back to its source. Water also symbolizes the emotions, and it's really important to be able to let them flow and let them go, specifically fear. The kidneys have as their emotion fear, and letting go of that is big, especially in a time where we are all really trying to grasp at what's important in our lives and in the world as a whole. So the question to you is, how do you use water as medicine for your nourishment and your strength and your well-being? And how do you use fire? I hope you can join me on this little trip, this little winter meditation journey. We will start by taking a comfortable seat on the mat and closing our eyes. And just breathing for a moment here, concentrating on our breath. As we exhale, following our breath downward, the energy downward. As we inhale, following the energy upward. And one more time. Inhaling as we are taking energy from the earth, from the ground. And exhaling as we're connecting back to the ground. And as we exhale one more time, really letting our bodies find that weight that we have on the ground. The true connection that we have with the ground. Where our body touches and putting as much weight as we'd like to, just resting all that weight on the ground as we breathe out. Letting your toes, just every single toe relax as the weight comes down into your seat and from your seat into the ground. As you inhale, being aware of that connection. And we're going to focus our attention on the lower half of our back, just on our hips, the back of our hips. We'll breathe into that spot for a moment here. You can put your hands on the small of your back and just feel that part as you breathe into it. Just breathe some light into that area there. Inhaling for light and exhaling to send it right there. And sending light. Light and warmth. And really enjoying the goodness of that support that we're given. Really enjoying the light in the small of our back. That area of support. And recognizing that we are supported. That we are only here because we are supported. And just enjoying that. Letting that light pool wherever it wants to pool. Maybe it's lower down, maybe it's in your tummy. Maybe it's in your kidneys or the base of your spine, your hip bones, whatever is down there. Let the light pool there. See if you can check into the energy that that light is illuminating. Just sit here for a moment and recognize that energy, that light, whatever the light is illuminating. And ask what is needed here. What is needed to nourish your life energy, to hold you and support you so that you can grow, so that you can move from a place of strength. And bringing your hands together, let's rub them. Putting some love potion here. Just imagining whatever potion, whatever salve or cream you need, whatever potion your life energy is looking for, we'll just add it right here. Just add it into that potion that's coming from your heart. Recognizing our arms, our hands as the extension of our heart. Letting our goodwill and our love for ourselves, our care for ourselves, and our care for love and light that is making the bowl and the base of the salve. And now we're just adding in those ingredients we need. Whatever we need. Maybe it's a color, maybe it's a very specific support. Maybe it's food or nourishment or rest. Maybe it's love. Whatever is needed, just add it. So you come forward, cupping your hands. And adding that energy wherever your body needs it. Breathing in that self, breathing in that energy. That support. And when your body has taken that in, Come forward into Namaste. We're going to come into the melting heart or Anahatasana pose. We're going to start in child's pose or Balasana first, and just letting the energy take hold here in the lower part of our body, and recognizing its shape, its color, its size. And slowly moving into Anahatasana or melting heart. And letting that energy flow toward our heart, flow toward the top of our body. And coming into Malasana, garland pose or yogic squat. Making some space for your upper body. Shoulders are nice and back. We're coming into that nice little prana or bridge mudra with middle finger and index finger extended. Bowing our heads here. And those fingers, those extended fingers, are pointing to that line of energy that's going all the way from the bottom of our spine up through our torso into our hearts. And from there extending outward to the people we love. And coming forward into Vivasana, hero's pose. This beautiful flower picking mudra. Letting our breath settle. And like a tree coming from the earth upward. Roots are strong. Life force coming up. And letting all the leaves on our branches glimmer with light here. Together. Anjali Mudra, saying thank you to your heart, to your lower body and your back. Saying thank you to your support system. And knowing that your heart is alight now. And ready to keep that flame burning throughout the cold months. Thank you for joining me.